As the crisp air and amber leaves of autumn begin to color the world outside, our living rooms crave the same sense of warmth and coziness. This season invites us to transform our spaces into havens of comfort and nostalgic charm. In this narrative from Decorasri, we explore an autumn living room makeover infused with honey oak accents and vintage accessories, creating a timeless setting that radiates seasonal serenity. Every detail, from the wood tones to the antique finds, weaves together a story of warmth, memory, and style. The essence of an autumn makeover begins with color. Think of nature's palette: amber, chestnut, golden brown, and deep rust. These hues echo the fall landscape and bring instant coziness indoors. Incorporating honey oak wood tones enhances this effect. Its gentle golden undertones mimic late afternoon sunlight, softening the room's overall aesthetic. Layering rich fabrics like velvet, wool, and tweed helps build a tactile depth that feels both seasonal and luxurious. Honey oak, once a staple of mid-century homes, is now returning to interiors with a modern twist. Its golden hue provides a natural warmth that balances perfectly with both rustic and contemporary elements. When polished to a subtle sheen, it adds sophistication without appearing too formal. Honey oak coffee tables, shelving, or sideboards serve as grounding pieces that anchor the room in a mellow glow reminiscent of autumn sunsets. Unlike painted furniture, the beauty of honey oak lies in its visible grain. Each swirl and streak tells a story of nature and craftsmanship. When paired with soft lighting and textured textiles, oak surfaces radiate a quiet confidence. This natural character makes honey oak an ideal backdrop for vintage accessories, enhancing their charm and allowing their aged finishes to shine. Autumn evenings call for layered lighting to replace the lost sunlight. Begin with soft overhead fixtures, perhaps a linen drum shade or a woven pendant that diffuses light gently. Add table lamps with warm, amber bulbs to create intimate corners perfect for reading or conversation. Candlelight, reflected off honey oak furniture, introduces a flickering dance of shadows that transforms the room into an autumn sanctuary. To complement the natural richness of honey oak, incorporate vintage accessories that evoke timeless appeal. Think brass candlesticks, old-world clocks, or framed botanical prints. Vintage mirrors can help amplify light and expand the sense of space, while distressed pottery adds authenticity. The beauty of vintage decor lies in imperfection. It's the patina, the age, and the story that give depth to a modern home. A room's transformation begins underfoot. A plush area rug in burnt orange, olive, or deep burgundy can anchor the space beautifully. Choose handwoven or vintage-style rugs to add a touch of artistry beneath your feet. The interplay between a warm rug and honey oak floors creates harmony, where every step feels inviting and grounded in seasonal beauty. Autumn is all about softness and layering, and your sofa should reflect that. Choose upholstery in neutral or earthy tones, camel, taupe, or moss green, then layer it with knitted throws and patterned cushions. Vintage floral fabrics or muted plaid designs add nostalgic personality. When paired with the golden undertones of honey oak furniture, these textures create an irresistible invitation to relax. Every autumn-inspired living room deserves a cozy reading corner. Position an armchair near a window where natural light filters through during the day. Add a honey oak side table, a brass reading lamp, and a stack of vintage books. Soft plaid blankets complete the scene, turning it into a little world of warmth, a perfect escape for quiet afternoons and early evenings. Textiles bring depth to any autumn interior. Think of soft wool throws, chunky knit pillows, and linen curtains that catch the golden light. Mixing textures, smooth leather with nubby fabrics, or silk cushions beside rustic wool, creates visual intrigue. Honey oak furniture complements this layering beautifully, enhancing the room's tactile and sensory richness. Walls play a pivotal role in your makeover. Soft ivory or creamy beige tones allow the honey oak to shine, while subtle wallpaper patterns can introduce vintage flair. Consider botanical prints, damask designs, or subtle textures that whisper rather than shout. Adding framed artwork in aged wooden or brass frames completes the nostalgic narrative of your autumn-inspired space. Bring the outdoors in by styling your space with natural autumn elements. A wooden bowl filled with pine cones, a vase of dried wheat stalks, or an arrangement of amber glass bottles can subtly reinforce the seasonal mood. Honey oak's warm tones make an ideal backdrop for these organic touches, celebrating nature's fleeting but beautiful transition. If you're fortunate enough to have a fireplace, make it the room's centerpiece. Surround it with honey oak mantles or shelving that frame the flames with golden warmth. Vintage accessories, like iron fire tools or antique andirons, add character and history. On chilly nights, the dancing firelight will make every object gleam with life. Create curated vignettes on shelves or sideboards to display vintage treasures. A cluster of old glass bottles, a retro radio, or sepia-toned photographs can bring depth and nostalgia to the space. Use honey oak shelving to frame these displays, letting each piece feel intentionally placed. The blend of new and old speaks to a home that values memory and artistry. Even as the world outside slows down, autumn florals breathe energy into your home. Deep orange chrysanthemums, burgundy dahlias, and dried eucalyptus arrangements capture the essence of the season. Place them in ceramic vases or antique pitchers for a lived-in elegance. When set against honey oak tones, these florals radiate understated vibrancy. The secret to a successful autumn makeover is balance. Too many vintage items can feel heavy, while too few can seem superficial. Combine antique details with modern comforts, like a sleek oak coffee table paired with a vintage rug, or a retro lamp beside a contemporary sofa. This harmony creates a layered space that feels intentional and timeless. As daylight shortens, window dressings play an essential role in maintaining warmth. Choose drapes in earthy tones like ochre, cinnamon, or cream. Lightweight linen or textured cotton can diffuse sunlight beautifully, allowing the glow of honey oak to shine through. Vintage tiebacks or brass curtain rods add another layer of classic refinement. A living room's ambience isn't only visual, it's sensory. Candles scented with cinnamon, cedar, or pumpkin spice can instantly set the mood. Add a soft jazz playlist or the crackle of a record player for a vintage touch. The subtle aroma of wood polish on honey oak furniture rounds out the immersive autumn experience. Your coffee table can become the heart of your seasonal decor. Stack antique books, place a ceramic mug of hot cider, and add a small vase with dried florals. A brass tray or vintage candle holder adds height and glow. Against honey oak surfaces, these small touches create vignettes that feel cozy, thoughtful, and alive. While autumn design thrives on richness, restraint ensures sophistication. Avoid overcrowding surfaces or clashing too many patterns. Let your honey oak furniture and vintage accessories breathe within the space. The key is to create moments of calm amid the warmth, spaces where light, texture, and time coexist beautifully. As night falls, your autumn living room transforms into a cocoon of amber light. Warm bulbs reflecting off oak surfaces, soft jazz playing in the background, and the faint scent of burning wood all evoke a comforting nostalgia. Every vintage accessory catches the glow, reminding us that beauty often lies in the small, quiet details. What makes honey oak and vintage decor so appealing is their timelessness. Trends come and go, but natural wood and history-infused pieces endure. An autumn makeover built around these elements will look beautiful year after year, evolving naturally with new accessories while keeping its warm foundation intact. the end, an autumn living room makeover isn't just about decor, it's about emotion. It's the feeling of warmth that honey oakwood imparts, the nostalgia that vintage treasures evoke, and the serenity that autumn light brings through your windows. At Decorasri, we believe a home should tell a story through texture, tone, and timeless beauty. Let this season inspire you to create a space that not only reflects the colors of fall, but also captures the heart of home itself.